Welcome, Russ Whitney, inviting you back to our real estate training series. Although today I want to take a little departure from the real estate training. There's two pieces to making money. One is the actual strategy and technique. And I say this all the time, and I'm going to tell you that the real estate, in my opinion, guys, is the easiest piece. You might be sitting home there and watching me and saying, well, that's easy for you to say, Russ, because you know. Well, you know, I can easily go back to when I didn't know. I can easily go back to when I was searching the backs of magazines. It wasn't the internet, but I mean, today it's all over the internet, same thing. Looking for how to make money, you know, possibilities. I was sending away for every get-rich-quick ad you could imagine. And I would send mostly for the free ones. It was $10 or $15, I'd send for it all day long. And you know what? Is a lot of those didn't work for me. And today I go back in hindsight, because I bought, you know, Mail Order Millions, How to Stuff Envelopes, Make $300,000 a year for the rest of your life without getting out of bed. Probably wish that one would have worked. Johnny King franchise, you name it, I sent for it. And, you know, maybe you've done the same thing. One of my fears today is there's a much more of a proliferation, you know, of these things on the internet, because it's like the Wild Wild West. A lot of it's not regulated. People say anything they want to say on the internet. They promise you riches. I mean, some of it, guys, it's just absolutely crazy, and you got to know that. And I don't want to deter you, you know, from prospecting that. You know what I mean? You want to keep looking, because there are some people that have some good ideas. But I also think the smart thing would be who's been around for a long time, who's been doing it for years, who has a tested, proven format. And guys, I'm not preaching get rich quick. I'm not saying you're gonna do anything that I tell you and you're gonna get rich overnight. I will tell you this, you know, if you go through my training, I will teach you circumstance and opportunistic real estate. I can tell you in a 3-day training, you know, you can try to do it through guides and books, etc. And we have plenty of those for you. But I will tell you this, if you come to this training, you know, that I do personally, and I would love to meet you, but you come to this training, you'll come right to my office. We will make phone calls right out of the newspaper, Craigslist, etc. We'll use a gold mine ad. We'll use realtors. I'll show you how to find scrap realtors in your area that know where the deals are. Where's the seller financing? Where are the cosmetic distress? Which are the properties with cash flow, etc. The easiest ones for you to buy. And here's what you do, guys. You get your feet wet. You know, and I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it again. I probably said it, you know, 3 or 4 times in this training series. You got to dip the toe in the water somewhere. You know what I mean? If you don't take a chance somewhere, how are you going to get ahead? If you're going to try something, then when are you going to do it? You know, is it going to be now, 2 days from now, 2 weeks from now? Sooner or later, it's time to take a chance. Here's what I'm saying to you today. I want you to go inside a little bit right now. I just want you to go inside the heart, inside the head. And I'm going to tell you that if you're watching this video right now, and if you're staying with me this long, you're watching me for a reason. And you know what? I want you to look and see if you see something, a spark that says, maybe this guy's real. Maybe somebody out there does have more of a reason to do this than to make a buck, you know, on a manual or a tape. Maybe there's a bigger reason. Now, that doesn't mean this is a charitable event. It doesn't mean I don't have a staff and people who service our customers and provide trainings and help me with writing and staying up to date on the latest, best things for you to do. First of all, I do it for myself. Why not pass it on? But the other thing is this, guys. I have been given a blessing. And, you know, I say that in a business vein, okay? And that blessing is I made a lot of money. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I'm a guy who quit high school. You can go on the internet anywhere you want, and you're going to find that I've made lots of mistakes. But keep in mind, half the stuff you read there is true, and half is false. You know, people love to make up crazy things. But I've been around a long time. And I got to tell you something. 3 years ago, there was a time that I never thought I would ever do a video like this again. I would never write another how-to book again. I would never share the secrets and strategies that I use to make money. You know, there was a time I said that. And I was looking for what is my purpose in life. Guys, I've made a lot of money. I've written many books. I've probably got more money than I can spend. You know, I've had private jets and a Rolls Royce and blah, blah, blah. Don't mean in any way, shape, or form to try to impress you with that. Because, you know, John Belushi had that and he's dead. Anna Nicole Smith had that and she's dead. Celebrities you see going in and out of rehab all the time whose lives are lost, and money wasn't the answer. But I can tell you this, if we learn balance in life, if we learn why we're even watching this video, why are you watching me right now? I can tell you that that's just a bigger reason, you know, and money is important. Money's going to help us live a better life. There's no question about it. There's nothing wrong with you making a lot of money, but it's got to have the right balance. And so I'm coming back to balance, guys. Money, I can make money in real estate in my sleep. Any economic cycle, know how to do it, can teach you how to do it. The bigger reason, guys, is I found something 3 years ago that made a major change in my life. And it was principles and strategies learned through an organization called Life Wealth Alliance. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about the mental part of why you're here today. First of all, why are you watching this? Is it all about money? Because I can tell you that people say money, money changes you. I don't think money changes people. I think money will make you more what you are. You know, if you're a jerk to begin with, money definitely has the ability to give you or to make you a bigger jerk. I can tell you this: when I read my first book, you know, I was self-esteem in the gutter, self-confidence nowhere. You know, abusive family background, didn't graduate high school. I didn't have any hope at all, man. I had no hope. And for whatever reason that was, I started sending away for the get-rich-quick schemes. For whatever reason it is, you're watching me. And you know what? That tells me, just like I was, you are right where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to get this message. Maybe you're going to act on it today. Maybe you're going to store it away and someone else is going to jog you to say, man, I know I could do something better. But it's up to you to take the action. So I go today to what I call the how piece. And that is, how stands for me: honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. The honesty is, are you happy with your life right now? Are your kids going to get what you didn't have? Are you living in the house you want to live in? Are you driving the car you want? Are you going to struggle the rest of your life because money is going to stop that? Guys, why can't you have everything you want to have? Why not? You can. You know, when I read that first book, the most important thing that I read there was this guy said, Mark Harrelson told me, you could be a millionaire. I told him this last night. You could be a millionaire. And after sending away for all those get-rich-quick schemes that I didn't act on, that $10 book is the one that got me. And, you know, maybe it was just my time. Maybe it's just your time right now. And I'll never forget that that book said I could be a millionaire. And I wanted that more than anything when I read that. You know why? It was never about the money. It was about, if I could be a millionaire, I could show all those people who said I was nobody, I was nothing, I was a loser, I'd never amount to anything. I could show them that I was somebody. And you know, that's what that $1 million, message or goal meant to me. You know, 7 years later, I got a net worth of $1 million. And I never had to go shove it down anyone's throat. But today, in hindsight, you know what the honesty is, guys? The honesty is, it was never about the money. I wanted to be a millionaire, and I realized after I made that million, it was never about the Rolex or the jet. It was never about the limos. That $1 million for me, I needed to get rid of the pain. And you know what? It wasn't even about the million cash. It was about millionaire, that status. I went after the goal for a bigger reason than the money, because I want to get rid of the pain. And that's what I'm going to tell you right now. The honesty is, you need something bigger than the money to drive you. And you know what? If it's all about the money, you probably won't act on this today. You're probably going to keep looking and looking and looking. But man, I'll tell you what, if you feel that maybe you can help somebody, you could pass it along, you got the blessing to help somebody if you had the $1 million, then you're in the right place. That's the honesty. The open-mindedness is, are you willing to take some suggestions? Are you willing to look at this and take a shot that maybe I can teach you something? Maybe there is a chance for you. Maybe you are cut out. Maybe you are the one. You know what? If you're watching this still, you probably are. That's open-minded. You willing to take some suggestions? And the last is the willingness. And willingness is nothing more than action, guys. Action is the key. You know, a good mentor of mine said a cliche years ago, and I'll never forget it. What he said to me was, don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Don't get too smart. So if you let your learning lead to knowledge, you become a fool. He said, let your learning lead to action. That's what gets people rich. So let's take honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness and put it in today's speak. You know, honesty is disgust. Disgust with just dragging along. Disgust with just getting by. Disgust with not taking some action and doing something. Are you disgusted? I was. Man, I wanted it. See, if we get disgusted enough, then step 2 kicks in, open-minded. That's decision. If you're going to do something different, decide and get on with it. Nothing will turn your life around like a strong decision. And let me tell you what indecision is. Indecision is the thief of opportunity. Indecision will steal you blind. It will rob your bank account. It will debilitate you. Indecision, guys, thief of opportunity. Take a chance. Do something, even if it's wrong. But you know, the guy says, yeah, but give me some more time. You know, there is no more time. Give me some more you. Make a decision. It doesn't matter even if you make a wrong decision. Wrong decisions only give you better experiences to make a better decision. So don't see how many decisions you get out of. Start seeing how many decisions you can get into. It will add years to your life. And the last is action, guys. You can go through all those other steps I just told you. But action is the key. We got to get off the fence. We got to do something. We've got to take action to kick any of those others into gear. And that's the openness. That's the honesty, the open-mindedness, and the willingness. That's the how. You want to get somewhere in life, I'll just give you the magic ingredients. I look forward to seeing it at one of our trainings. Russ Whitney signing off, guys.